So hello everyone, this is BB and you're at my channel Encrypted Ritual. Just wanted to give a quick intro and say that I am going to be going through pretty much my fails Inktober or the remainder of, because I did an earlier video of the first, like, I think week and a half, 2 weeks. And then I'll probably like tag on one or two extra drawings that I did at the end. So I'm gonna get to it. Enjoy, and I'll be talking throughout. But yeah, have a good time. Okay, everybody. Sorry, I should have probably opened this beforehand. And I'm gonna have to be moving this back and forth because I do both sides, unfortunately. So this one. I haven't labeled all of them, but this was the first one that I've not shown yet. If there was a run theme, that might have been it. So yeah, so there's that one. The next one is, this is a picture of Kay. This is one of Ty's people, and I don't know how in focus that is. I can't really tell. There we go. I really enjoyed that quite a bit, and I will be working on this further. I will probably be maybe painting it with some gouache and watercolor. I think this might have been Shatter, if Shatter was one of them. And Kay's got just a lot of stuff going on with her personality that made her really suitable for this particular piece. And so, like, there's like the mirror, the stars of the mirror, and also like her face kind of blends in with it too because of how scarred that she is. Let's see here. This one was going to be Mystery. It is the start of Kai, and then this is probably going to be Amy, just being nosy about what he's keeping in his sketchbook. I will have better pictures of Kai at some point. This one was, I think Fat was actually the one, and I just wanted to draw a girl that was happy and chubby. So that was that one. This one was Fierce. Again, I know I've said it before, but like really none of these are finished. I've got a long ways to go. For me, fierceness, so much of the time, it's like, it's an energy, and it's something that I very, I guess, strongly associate with the looks that we can give and how much we can convey without it being said. Yeah, so that was Fierce. For teaming, I did two. The first one was this one, which I like. I'm gonna work on it more, but at the time I had mixed feelings about. She was gonna have like snakes kind of like spilling out of her mouth. Guess some people might consider this a little, I don't know, a little overboard. And then I went with this one, which was more stylized, and I actually like this a lot. It's gonna be like, just like probably some type of bugs or whatever. I mean, it's not gonna probably really be in focus when it's all done. Just clouds of insects or whatever. So that one is the one that I ended up liking and starting to work on a bit more at the time. That is not for Inktober. and I don't like it that much. This one is another one of K. Let's see if I can get that closer. And there we go. So it's K sitting on top of a light pole, and then supposed to be Casper, which is her boyfriend, partner, whatever, at the bottom, but it actually kind of started looking more like her ex, Tiber. And so we'll see where that goes from there. And hold on a second. I have a piece of paper on, because what I have the camera on is a lamp, and I have paper on the light so that when I'm recording it diffuses, but it's just making noise and annoying me. Alright, so next, this one is filthy. I didn't get very far on it. It's going to be Saul in a bathtub, just looking uncomfortable, because that's kind of a lot of him right now. He's getting to a point in recovery where he's not uncomfortable all the time, but it's still pretty regular. This one is for Cloud, and it's one of my cyborg people. It looks like Billy, because it's been a couple weeks, so I can't remember entirely, but I see Billy's teeth tattoo, so it's probably going to be Billy. And I think for the idea of Cloud, I was just like gonna have wires kind of like framing him. Yeah, so that's that one. For Deep, this is another one that's just a really light sketch. I didn't get very far at all. It was really, but I didn't want to forget the idea. For Deep, it's going to be Kai and Amy, and they do a lot of energy exchange, and so like this was going to be like him, like his hands like physically sinking into her chest. Yeah, so that's going to be that one. It might look like sexual, but it's like his hands are like going into her chest. This one was going to be Fierce. It's not quite done, and I have mixed feels about it, but I feel like if I work on it further, I will probably like it more than I do right now. I think it's like this area. And maybe if the face had a few more like angry wrinkles or whatever, I don't know. I'm gonna work on it more. We'll see what happens. This one was, so Trail was one of them, and I had started it a couple times. I ended up doing this doodle, which ended up not being for Trail, and then Ty doodled an additional mouth and claws like lightly here, and we're probably gonna collaboratively work on that more. So this is, though, sorry, oh my goodness, I'm not paying good attention to the camera. This one is what I ended up going with for Trail, and if I have not talked about it already, a reoccurring theme besides the cyborg dolls is like these sirens, and people basically leading people to their deaths, or whatever, just feeding off of them. So she's out there in the water, just like calmly waiting, and this guy is just kind of entranced here, or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of, I guess, a little bit of the idea that I was thinking about when I did it. I really, for how tiny it ended up being, I think I like the detail on her face a lot. I don't know. Let's see if this focuses or not. It says no. Alright. Well, that's fine. On to the next page. Juicy is super light. You probably am not going to see this at all. It is. I was going to do 2 shots for Juicy, So you can't really see it here. It's just going to be a mouth biting into like a peach probably, and it was going to be, there was going to be a zoomed out one of someone biting into a peach, and then this happened instead, which totally not. So I'll end up inking this juicy thing, and then the gas mask person will be separate. This one is for Ship, and it's Kay and Michael. Michael has hair, but I did not finish his head in this one, so that's going to be worked on a bit more. I was just trying to get his expression right at the time. He makes lots of disgruntled faces. And it's basically Kay giving him a ship in a bottle, because we joke about how when he gets stressed out, he spaces and just thinks about sailboats because they're comforting to him. So there's that. This one I like a lot, but again, none of these are inked, so they don't really count, but whatever. So this is for Squeak, and it is one of Billy's multiples, who is called Mouse, wearing a mouse hoodie, and yeah, I thought that that would, let's see if that will, oh my goodness, I suck. Just get a closer image of his face there. I liked that one quite a bit, and I will definitely be working on it more. The next one was just really light. This one was for Climb. I think that day I was probably really busy, so I just like scribbled out an idea. And it's going to be someone who has the corseting going up their back, kind of like a ladder, I guess. So that was going to be how that tied into that theme for that day. That'll have a lot more to develop. The next day was fall, and so for I did a picture of Tiber, which is still very much in early development, and I took it for the season, and because fall is very much a Tiber season and mood, I guess. For United, this sketch is pretty light. I don't know how well you'll see it, but it's just it's going to be, they're meditating, and it's just the different chakras and them kind of being enveloped in light, or energy, and that one I definitely want to finish up, but it's just a light idea for now. For Found, it's Casper and Kay, and I think I was just thinking about him being on his internal landscape that we call the road, and her just being with him there. This is something that kind of synchronicity-wise, like, has matched up, even though Ty and I did not like know each other like at the time that she would wait on the road many years ago, and so yeah, it's just more synchronicity stuff and things that are important with the relationship, I guess. But yeah, and I haven't shown, I think, a lot recently, but with Casper, a lot of the times, his face, his eyes get etched out pretty frequently, and that has to do also with him having multiples, and one of his, usually when they're kind of together around, interacting together at the same time, like that more so is like a portrayal of his energy showing through. So that's what that's about. And then the last day was Mask, and I drew Ty's Push, which I was going to draw them with many arms, like kind of like a gangly spider monster, and I don't actually know who this is going to be, but they're basically just traumatizing someone. And so, yeah, that one's got a bit more work to go. And then I was just gonna. So that was the wrap up of my failures of not completing really anything for Inktober. And then I started this one I think earlier this week. Really just little bits at a time while I've been on the train, you know, back and forth from work and running errands. This one's just pencil and water-soluble graphite. So I've been developing that. Oh, and I did forget one day. So, hold on. So this one, another one of Ty's characters, because I just end up drawing their characters all the time. Let's see if we can get that all in the frame. So this is Glitter Cunt, and I love her character, and I have not drawn her in probably years. So yeah, and you know, since she's got her nipples covered, I am not too worried about showing this right now. But yeah, she's a pretty cool character. I like her. So that was that for Inktober, and then I'll show you. I've posted this on Instagram. I've drawn a little bit more on it since then, but it's got a little ways to go. A friend had given me this little book that I'm drawing it on, and I wasn't sure how the paper would be. It looks like it's going to be best for like the pencils and charcoal, so that's fine. And yeah, so that is that. I will probably wrap up here, and thank you for watching. If you liked this flip through and you want to see more of these or my drawing and painting, then please like and subscribe. You know, leave comments. Let me know what you'd like to see more of, and I will see you in the next video. All right.